factors: cultural, social, financial, right? That mental, emotional, that it really looks different for each of us, and that's a beautiful thing, right? We're in this world and we're in this life because we have these unique life experiences. And a mistake I made when I started kind of being focused on my kind of finished journey, let's just call it that, to be succinct, but a mistake that I made was following other people's journeys like a recipe, like to the T. So, doing exactly as they did, right? I would think, okay, I have to work out 4 times a week, and I have to eat this meal plan and count this many calories, and I would start and stop and start and stop. And so all of that is just to say, really, that this video, I'm not going to provide some sort of template for what I did, what I've done over these past 2 years of consistently working out, because first of all, working out is such a small part of what actually is influencing your weight, but also, and more importantly, it's going to be so different for me than it is for you and my neighbor next door and my neighbor across the street, right? That's the thing about our bodies. They're so unique and complex, and that's a beautiful thing and something we should be proud of. All of that kind of disclaimer, in a way, is just to say that this video is going to be more focused on a therapeutic perspective of weight loss and my own fitness journey, because I think that that is the only way I really know how to express myself as a therapist and social worker, is by acknowledging and valuing all of our differences and our different goals too, right? Because we all share different goals of what we want, and my goals have changed a lot over these past 2 years, but throughout my whole life they've changed too, right? So I guess I can start out by kind of explaining what brought me, or what drew me into fitness. And so it was 2 years ago today. It was a New Year's resolution I made to lose weight. I was at my heaviest at that point, and this was during COVID. And so I had been for the 2 years before that, going through COVID, right, or a year and a half, whatever. And so it was a long time of being locked in, and the place I live in the world, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, we had a lot of lockdowns, and it was while all this was happening, I was coming out of university, getting my first job, and so I was really stressed about money and about my future. And so my health took a huge backseat. I was not cooking. I was eating out a lot and eating a lot of like processed foods, candy too, chips, pop, that sort of thing. And I was really stagnant because I wasn't going outside. So yeah, it's a mixture